Hi guys, it's Mr. Ronnie back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to turn plain clothes from this to these. So to start off, I'm going to show you guys how to turn a plain sweatshirt into something that is tie-dyed. What you're going to need to make things tie-dyed is whatever plain shirt you want to use. You're going to need water and a tub, water bottles to put the dye in so you can squirt it onto the shirt. You're going to need, I'm using RIT dye to tie-dye. When you're buying the RIT dye, don't do what I did and buy the synthetic RIT dye because this can't be used on majority of clothing. You're going to want to get the one that says all-purpose dye. So make sure you get the right one or else you'll have to go to Walmart again.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm also using the RIT Color Stay dye fixative in order to help set the dye at the end. This is not necessary, but it helps really a lot with the color. You're going to need rubber bands, some salt, and measuring cups. And then also something that you don't have to have, but is very helpful, are rubber gloves so that you don't get your hands all stained and dirty. And you're also gonna want a big open workspace that you can get dirty because we're gonna get dye and stuff everywhere. If you've got a cardboard box that you can lay out or some dirty old towels or sheets that you wanna use, I thankfully just got this big open area that I can get messy in, so if you have a place like that too, that's where you should do it. I actually did end up getting a cardboard box to put my shirt on. I'm gonna start with this shirt, and this is the part where you're gonna set up the design that you want for your shirt. So for this first one, I want a spiral, and in order to do that, I'm gonna pick where I want my spiral shape to start. I want it to start around here. You're gonna take it, and you just twist the fabric. Twist the fabric like this, until it's all bunched up. Once you've got the fabric twisted up, you're gonna take your rubber bands and set them around the spiral to keep the shape. Now the cool thing about tie-dye is it doesn't have to be perfect, so pretty much anything you do is gonna work out. And when you're putting the rubber bands around the shirt, you kinda wanna do it in a pie design because where the rubber bands are is gonna be the spots where the dye does not get onto the shirt. When it's done, you want it to look like this. See how the rubber bands are kind of in a pie shape? For the other shirt that we're gonna use, the different design that we're gonna use on this one is gonna be the more traditional design with concentric circles. And how we're gonna start off with that one is you take wherever you want the center of your circle to be, you pinch the fabric, make sure you pinch just one side of the fabric, and you pull it up, and then you twist it. You don't have to twist it, but twisting it makes it look better in my opinion. And then you set rubber bands along the shirt to hold the shape. This is where the measuring cups are gonna come in handy because you're gonna need 2 cups of hot tap water and put them in your water bottles for the dye. Once you have your hot water in the bottles, you're gonna take your colors, 1 color per bottle. For my shirt, I'm gonna be using navy blue and black. So I'm gonna get 2 tablespoons of the dye and place it in the hot water. That was really good. I'm proud of myself for that one. This looks... All right, once you've got your dyes in the bottles, you're gonna take some table salt and you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of table salt to each bottle. This is not gonna fit in there. Oh my God. Okay, that didn't work. We're just gonna dump table salt in it. Yeah, so make sure you have a place where you can get a little messy. So you've got the salt and the dye in your bottles. You wanna shake them up really well to make, that's why you need hot water as well, is because you want everything to dissolve into the bottle. Okay, before you put the dye on your shirt, you're gonna wanna take your tub of water and dip your clothes in the water, make sure it's wet, and wring it out. All right, and then the reason why this is set up in like a little pie shape, you're gonna do every other slice is going to be the color that you want. So I'm gonna start off with blue, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna dye it blue right here. And like I said, it's tie-dye, so it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect. Flip it over and do the other side. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my black. So for this shirt, we've got the concentric circles set up with the rubber bands, and we're gonna dye each little section a different color. The colors that I'm gonna be using for this one is going to be red, blue, and purple. What'd you do?
I put my hand in front.
You're about to be fired as my camera person.
I'm a good cameraman. You gonna be fired as the host.
We're just gonna, the thing about tie-dye is it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just gonna splish splash everywhere. Okay, so once you've got all your shirts dyed, I dyed all 3 of the shirts different ways. You're gonna take your shirt that's dyed and you're gonna wrap it in plastic wrap, or I've got saran wrap here. So you're gonna take it, put it like this, and just wrap it up and make sure you seal all the edges around the shirt. Once you've got it all wrapped up in the saran wrap, you're gonna take it, put it on a paper towel, set it in the microwave, and let it go for 1 minute. This part is not necessary at all. You don't need to wrap it in the saran wrap and you don't need to microwave it, but it's just a better way to help the dye set into the clothes. So once you've microwaved it, I microwave mine for about 1.5 minutes. You're gonna take the saran wrap off. I'm using scissors because I feel like it's just the easiest way to get it off. So the last step out of all of this is, again, something that you don't have to do, but it's something that I'm doing because it's recommended to help make the colors the best that they can possibly be. I've got the RIT Color Stay Dye Fixative, and I've got my bucket. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 3 gallons of hot water to this bucket. Ow, that's hot! I ended up adding the whole bottle of the fixative to the container, and now I'm just gonna drop in the shirts while they're still rubber band. All right, and so we're gonna leave these shirts in this mixture for about 20 minutes, and we're gonna stir it occasionally. I'm going to teach you guys how to turn a regular sweatshirt into a graphic tee or graphic sweatshirt. You're going to put a picture on top of the sweatshirt. How we're going to do this, the materials that you'll need, whatever shirt you want to use, you're going to need heat transfer paper. You can get this from Walmart or any art store. It costs about $10. And you're also going to need an iron, as well as access to a printer and computer. And a pillowcase. So I think the easiest way to do this is once you figure out what picture you want, copy and paste it into a document and then print it off. So before you print off your picture, you're gonna wanna load the heat transfer paper into your printer. You want the side with the lines facing up into the printer. There's also instructions on the back of the packet that the pages come in. Okay, so once you print out your picture, you're gonna wanna cut it, and be careful when you cut it. You wanna make sure the edges are straight because it's gonna go on here. You're gonna lay it face down on the sweatshirt or t-shirt that you're using. When you press it face down, it's gonna reverse the image. So whatever image you have, like this one for me, I don't really care if it's reversed. But say I had some words on it, you would want to make sure that the image is already reversed so it looks backwards on the paper. So when you press it down on here, it'll come out looking the right way. Make sure you have someone 16 or older with you to do this part because the iron needs to be set to the highest setting possible. So it's gonna be really hot and you don't wanna use any steam. And so I don't want you to do this. I want you to either get someone 16 or older or your parents or whoever's at home that can do this because I don't want you to burn yourself because it's really, really hot. Now you're gonna start off, you're gonna lay a pillowcase or a towel or whatever you want on the ironing surface. And then you're gonna take your sweatshirt, your t-shirt, whatever you're using, and put that on top of the pillowcase and get it ready to iron. Once you have your iron hot on the hottest setting, you're gonna take it first and you're gonna iron over the spot where you want to place the picture to get out all the wrinkles and moisture. After you've ironed the surface, you're gonna place your picture down on your shirt. Make sure it's centered however you want it. And then you're gonna take your iron. And this is also why you need someone 16 or older, because you have to apply a lot of pressure onto it. Each section of the picture for 20 seconds. Make sure you get the corners and the edges as well. Once you've ironed the whole thing, 20 seconds in each spot, you're gonna peel the paper off in a smooth, even motion while it's still a little warm. Alright, and so when you're finished, it should look something like this. And when you wash this, you're gonna turn it inside out and wash it with cold water. And do not leave it in the washer after it has been done washing, because if it just soaks in water, it may mess up the image. And when you dry it, you want to make sure that you dry it on low temperature. So, once the clothes have been soaking for about 20 minutes, you're going to take them out. And you're going to rinse them with cool water until the water runs clear. So I'm gonna take my little hose and I'm just gonna rinse them out. Once you've done that, you're gonna remove the rubber bands from your shirt and unfold it to see how it looks. So this is how my sweatshirt turned out.
Ooh.
You see the spirals in it? Alright, and this is what this one looks like. You can see the circles in it. And last but not least, here is the final shirt. For the final step, you're gonna place your clothes in the washer. Make sure you wash them, I would say the first couple of times by themselves, just to make sure there's no bleeding on your other clothes. You're gonna wash it with warm water and with mild detergent. Once your shirts are out of the washer, I'm not gonna put it directly in the dryer. I'm gonna hang them up and let them air dry. I feel like that's the best way. Once your clothes are dry, you can just wear them however you want. That's about all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment down below and let me know what you liked and what you tried. If you end up making a tie-dye shirt or a graphic tee, click on the link below and post it to our Facebook page. I would love to see what you guys create. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Come on, a little closer. Bring it in.
That's what you get for putting so many rubber bands in.
Oh my god. Okay. You okay? Okay. Yeah. That's about it. Cool. Okay. Can you stop?